It was Baron Nathan Mayer Rothschild who said, "Buy when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own." And the blood is our own. And I want to speak to my tribe members here. We've had a run. We started our growth portfolio on May the 1st of this year, and we put Samantha and Bart on our team to help us make better investment decisions, and that portfolio ran up 124%. Well, now some of it is being taken away from us. But Samantha told us near the end of October and the 1st of November, some of these stocks have gotten out in front of their skis and are overvalued. And as a result of it, we raised, in my case, almost $100,000 in selling stocks before they turned down. Now, some of our stocks are going down substantially, and we've given about 24% of that 124% back, maybe even a little bit more. There's blood in the streets. Our blood is in the streets. But we also recognize that the premise upon which we bought these stocks still holds true. There is still a build-out being financed by Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta, for the most part, to the tune of trillions of dollars to build out data centers so that they can deliver us artificial intelligence in the future. They are making an investment in their future because they believe it is going to be a big payoff. That should give you some clues as to who your core portfolio should be made up of. Those people who are investing the capital to improve their business in the future. Now, the other auxiliary investments should be those people that Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta need to make their objectives come true. That is the makers of the chips, the makers of the memory and the GPUs and the CPUs, the makers of the networking that is going into those computers that are going into the data centers. They're building their own data centers, but they're recognizing that's going to take 3 to 6 years, so they need to rent space at people who already have data centers, and those are the Bitcoin miners who are making a transition over to data centers and renting out space. Now, they got ahead of their skis, and they're part of the blood that's on the streets right now, but Mark has not said he's going to stop writing checks. Neither has Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. And they are continuing to expand their commitment into these data centers. So even though they're pulling back, now is a buying opportunity. How do we know that? Because we asked Samantha. Just this week, we asked Samantha on Navitas, is it going to continue to achieve our stated objective? And that is to grow at a rate of over 100% over the next 3 years. And she came back and said, yes, they are going to grow. And there is a future there, as there is a future in Applied Digital and CoreWeave. So we hold those positions, we take the beating that we're having, but we stand strong on our platform. Now, we had another opportunity where just this week, as I explained on my call this morning, where I did an unscheduled analysis of Broadcom. And what she came back and told us is it's a strong stock. It's a core stock if you want to hold it, but it's not going to cover our objective of a 100% return. It's more in the neighborhood of about 80%. So we are in a strong position that we can make strong decisions. Do we want to keep Broadcom in because it is a core holding, as is Amazon, Google, Microsoft, even Apple and Tesla? They aren't going to give us 100%. But they are going to be the future providers of AI, so we may want to continue to hold them, although they are not going to be in that segment that says growth. Because once the growth is over, once the data centers are built, then we will go to those people who are going to deliver this new revolutionary access to knowledge called AI, and they are the ones who are going to monetize it. At that point, we'll be out of the data centers. They're just going to be renters. They're going to be REITs, if you will. They're going to be someone who will pick up the excess from what Amazon, Google, Apple, not Apple, Microsoft, and Meta need to deliver us AI. If they need more, they'll go to CoreWeave and Nebitas and Applied Digital and the other outside providers. But right now, they're building their data centers that are going to take 3 to 6 years to provide their overall need. Again, let's go back to the premise of this video. There's blood in the streets because the world woke up and said, wait a second, I don't understand this. Now they're trying to understand what we've understood for the last 6 months. And they're going to try, they're going in, bringing the prices down to fair evaluations, but we're still going to get our 100%. If you'll go to the tell sheet, I highlight them in green, and these are the ones you need to be buying now. Because the other thing you got to know, you can build all the data centers you want, and you can put all the GPUs and CPUs that you want in there. But if you don't have an extension cord to plug into to get electricity, none of it's going to work. And that's the opportunity over the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. If you don't have enough water, you don't have anything to cool them. So you might as well unplug them. If you understand this, you know where to invest. I'm Kerry, I'm a retired financial advisor. I don't need to be doing this, and I know a lot of people tell you that, but I don't. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the hunt more than I do the kill. Have you ever heard that? I do. I really do. And I think what I've figured out is the best horse in the game. Not the best rifle, not the best bullets, but the best horse to get me to the position to make a good decision. Do I want it or don't I? That's the hunt, and that's what I enjoy. I hope you enjoy it too. We've got a few seats left on the bus. We're shutting it down at 1,000 participants, and that's because we can only service 1,000 people until we integrate more AI into our system and create a AI bot to manage our workflow, to manage the identification of the stocks, the verification of their financial stability, and then the sharing of that information on our website and on our Discord. I'm having the time of my life. Yeah, I'm bleeding, but I have a system, a proven system that I can fall back on, so I sleep well at night. I hope you do too.